The judge in the George Floyd's case has made a decision. And the decision is the only two options that the jurors are going to have for David Chauvin, I have no idea how to pronounce this guy's name, is second-degree murder and first-degree murder. Before this video even starts, can y'all please go down to the comment section and tell me what y'all think about that? Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then.
Oh, Black Dynamite, I wish it was that simple, but this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama. It may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently the judge in the George Floyd murder case, that's what we're calling it, because what happened to George Floyd, in my regards, was a murder. So the judge in the George Floyd murder case has removed the option of third-degree murder. Okay, so there's a couple of things that I want to say about this, and the first thing that I want to say is this. I see people online upset that third-degree murder was removed. We need to learn more about the law and the way that the law is applied against us. I think often, since individuals don't know what laws or how the law is used to hurt us or even to benefit us, that sometimes we hear things and we immediately assume that shenanigans are involved. With all due respect, shenanigans are usually involved. But I want to explain something that is particularly going on in this instance, if you don't mind. First, the judge removing third-degree murder is a good thing. For everybody that don't know, I will repeat that. The judge removing third-degree murder is a good thing. Okay, real quick, I'm just going to explain the different degrees of murder and what they mean so everybody can get a better understanding of what it is. Okay, so first-degree murder is premeditated. That's, we go into a place, and when we get there, that person got to go. That's first-degree murder. That's premeditated. Second-degree murder is you're in the heat of the moment, something is going on, and you kill someone. That's second-degree murder. Third-degree murder is you're busy doing something, and there is no intent behind it. You just accidentally do something, and somebody just happens to die, and you caused it. That's manslaughter. That's third-degree murder. The judge has removed third-degree murder. Okay, so as obviously the way that it sounds, basically there has to be proven that there's intent behind what the individual did for this murder conviction. So people like me think this is a good thing. Now, there's a way that it could be a bad thing. I'll explain that first, and then I'll explain why I think that this is a good thing. The way that it could be a bad thing is if there is no way for the people who are prosecuting this case to then prove that this murder was on purpose or something that happened, in the heat of the moment. Now, just so we could be clear, I don't think there's any way to escape second-degree murder in this particular case. So that's just my feeling. I don't think there's any way to escape second-degree murder. This is far from manslaughter. The reason why I'm saying it's far from manslaughter is the individual was literally yelling that they could not breathe. Well, not yelling. They didn't have the ability to yell. But they were saying that they could not breathe. There were people that were standing around begging for the individual's life. The police officer gave no regard for the individual himself begging for his life and the individuals that were around begging for George Floyd's life. I think at the very least, this could be proven to be second-degree murder pretty simply. And if you also add that, for everybody that don't know, the police officer in question and George Floyd had at one time or another worked at the same facility as security officers, there can be an underlining motive behind that by saying that they had a previous existing relationship which went sour. Now, for everybody that don't know, I don't know if anybody else is reporting on this, but George Floyd and the officer who, in this particular case, they used to work at a particular club as security, and often George Floyd would come to the defense of people who worked there, saying that he was too aggressive with them. Not George Floyd himself, but the officer was too aggressive with them, and he tended to escalate situations unnecessarily. And that's actual complaints, or should I say comments that people have made that worked with both of these people at the club. They were not friendly with one another. There was a how do you say, a rift between the two. So an argument could also be made that it was just he didn't care for George Floyd's life, and therefore second-degree murder. He was in a situation, he didn't care for George Floyd's life, he didn't take the proper precautions to prevent the death from happening. So this is not manslaughter. This is more as in the heat of the moment. That's pretty much what I'm pretty much assuming the the district attorney or the person who's prosecuting is going to go for. It also could be made because they had a pre-existing relationship that was not a good relationship, that harm was intended, that he intentionally meant to harm George Floyd. And at that point, I don't know, maybe they can try to go for murder 1. But murder 3, if it was still on the board, that's basically the way for the jury to find him guilty of the murder, but just give him a slap on the wrist and him not serving the amount of time that would usually be allotted for somebody who committed a murder. So yes, I particularly think that them removing murder 3 is a good reason. But there's also another side of this which can't be denied, and that is, what if the prosecutor isn't able to prove any of the isn't able to sway the jury into feeling that way, and the jury just think that it was something where the officer was a little bit too aggressive and George Floyd accidentally died. I don't know. I guess this is however you want to take this particular situation. Now, after I just explained that, I really want to know what you guys think about this. Do you think they should have left murder 3 on there? I'm happy they took murder 3 off myself. Do you think that this is maybe a way that they're trying to get this particular individual off? Because remember, they're even allowing for him to leave the state, I believe, or the county, while he's out on bail. So do you think that this is a way that they might be trying to get him off? You know, they're going to present, because remember, it's the evidence that they choose to present. So are they going to only present evidence that's going to make it seem like it was just an accident, or are they going to show evidence to the jury so the jury can understand what kind of relationship these two gentlemen had? Are they going to present the evidence or all of the evidence to the jury about how hard the people that were standing around were trying to get them to get up off of George Floyd, because everybody can easily see that he couldn't breathe? But I also want to add one more caveat, and that's this. What if one of the police officers, in a way of, besides obviously the main police officer that had his knee on the gentleman's neck, what if at least one of the other police officers speak out against this particular cop, and that's the reason why they want to remove even the opportunity of saying that this was a mistake. At the end of the day, we're living in a country where police officers are often given the benefit of the doubt when they kill people. But that's the thing. Police officers should never, or at least very rarely, be given the benefit of the doubt when they unnecessarily kill someone. It's literally their job to keep the public safe. If they cannot keep the public safe, if they're not doing their job, they need to be held with more accountability than a normal individual who went through no training. This is the one thing that kills me, and I'm going to let y'all go. And obviously I'm saying figuratively. When you try to tell me that an individual that comes in contact with the police officer needs to know how to conduct themselves in order to not get killed, that's insane. Because an individual is a regular person. A police officer has to go through training. A police officer has a badge. A police officer has given an oath. That oath, as far as I can tell, is to protect and serve. The only oath that any human being is ever given is to try to survive. And marriage. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.
Oh, Black Dynamite, I wish it was that simple, but this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama, it may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?